Okay, so this is going to be my Let's Talk Fortnite series. So this is basically what we're going to talk about Fortnite. So if there's a new season, we're going to talk about if it's good or bad. If there's a new chapter, if it's good or bad. The new updates, if it's good or bad, and more. So this is the first episode of this series. In this episode, we're going to talk about Fortnite Season 4, if it's good or bad, and what they could add to make it even better. Okay, first, let's talk about the things they could add to make this season so much better. They could bring back so many mythics. They have so many mythics they could bring back this season. If Epic Games wants to bring back so many mythics, this is literally the perfect season for that to happen. If they want to bring back every single old mythic, this is the perfect season. Like, they could bring back Sky's Scar. They could bring back Sky's Mythic Grappler. They could bring back Mythic Jules' Drum Gun. They could bring back Mythic Jules' Grappler. They could bring back, I don't know, Kid's Short Shotgun, although they already brought it back. Like, they could add so many more mythics. For Fortnite mayors, they could literally just bring back the Mythic Shadow Midas' Drum Gun and just throw it in one of the vaults. Okay, we'll get back to this later. Now let's talk if this season is actually good or bad. For me, I'm having a lot of fun playing this season. The mythics are fun. There's one thing I do need to say though. They have to buff the Midas Drum Gun. Like, please buff it. Like, buff it to its original state where it was so good back in Chapter 2, Season 2. Like, just bring back that drum gun. Please, Epic Games. Okay, now back to what I was saying. Is this season good or bad? Now, in my opinion, this season is the best season I've played since Chapter 2, Season 7. And Chapter 2, Season 7 was so long ago. That's how much fun this season truly is. I'm having so much fun playing this season with my friends. Like, each time I kill Kato Thorn, it would be a race to see who could get the mythic first. Now, I would always get the mythic first. I don't know why. I'm just faster than them. I'm just not sure. But sometimes I would grab the ice mythic and just use it against them to block them off from the mythics. And then I would just turn around and just steal the mythic for myself. This season is so much fun. Like, it's so much fun. Like, for as long as I can remember, the last time I had this much fun playing the game was back at Chapter 2, Season 7. Okay, the reason I love this season so much is because it reminds me so much of Chapter 2, Season 2. Okay, I'm gonna say this. A lot of you are probably gonna say, no, you're wrong. But in my opinion, this season is actually better than Chapter 2, Season 2. Like I've literally talked to my friends. I told my friends, yo, this season is actually low-key better than Chapter 2, Season 2. They told me it's not. But, like, in my opinion, it's actually way better. There's more mythics. Sure, there may be less new POIs, but there's more mythics. Like, there's Midas' Drum Gun, Kid's Short Shotgun, Kid's Shockwave Launcher. What else? Kato Thorn's SMG. What else? Gunner's SMG, which got massively buffed. And there's Ocean's Bottomless Chug Jug. And there's more mythics coming out this season. They're going to bring back the Mythic Havoc Shotgun. They're going to bring back the Mythic Pulse Rifle that was back in Chapter 4, Season 2, I believe. And they're also going to bring back, I'm pretty sure those are the only two mythics that are confirmed to come back this season. Okay, so this is where I want to know your opinions. I want you guys to go down in the comments and comment, what season do you like more? Chapter 4, Season 4, or Chapter 2, Season 2? I want to know you guys' opinions. Okay, look, I'm not going to lie. At first, when I first started playing this season, I did say Chapter 2 Season 2 was so much better. That's because I was biased. Because before this season, Chapter 2 Season 2 was always my favorite season ever. But after I started playing a lot more, I was like, no, this season is honestly way better than Chapter 2 Season 2. Because I just honestly did not want to admit that Chapter 4 Season 4 is better than Chapter 2 Season 2. But after I started playing a lot more, I started to realize that this season has more content and is more fun to play than Chapter 2 Season 2. Like, there's more mythics. Like, sure, there may be less POIs, but there's more mythics to play around with. Okay, now let's talk about Fortnite mirrors. So, Fortnite mirrors this year has to be good. Like, it has to. If it's not, then I've lost all hope for all the holiday events. Like, Fortnite mirrors has to be good. Like, they could add so many things to make Fortnite mirrors this year perfect. They could bring back the shadow goals, where when you died, you would come back as a shadow. I really like that. And they could also bring back the brooms that would make you fly. What else could they bring back? They could bring back the Mythic Shadow Midas. Again, like I said earlier. They could bring back, I don't know, candy corns. They could bring back candy. Like, they could bring back so many things. Also, another thing. For Fortnite mirrors, Epic Games, please add fog around the map. Like, please. When there's fog around the map, it just makes Fortnite mirrors so much better. Okay, so we already know they're going to add a boss this season. Now, the only boss we know, at least to my knowledge, is Kato Thorn. So apparently in Fortnite mirrors, there's going to be this boss, which is Kato Thorn, but in his vampire form. Now, what I think is going to happen is Eclipse's state is going to turn into like a ruined POI, and there's going to be like broken pieces, broken walls, broken glasses, and all that. And Kato Thorn turned into a vampire, and maybe he could drop a different mythic. Okay, another thing they need to do though is they need to add more decorations around the map. Like add decorations around the Happy Shores, Eclipse Estate, Sanguine Suites, Relentless Retreat. Where else? They could add decorations at Brutal Bastion maybe. I don't know, maybe around the jungle. Like, just make sure to add decorations around the map. Okay, now let's talk about the storyline. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the storyline has gone downhill ever since Chapter 3, Season 3. And we know that Donald Mustard has retired, and his replacement is actually a guy called Charlie Wynn. And he has a pretty good goddamn revenue. Like he's worked at Marvel. Like, he works on the good Marvel movies, not the bad ones, like the OG good Marvel movies. And he's worked on God of War, he's worked for Sony. Like, my guy, he is stacked. Now, I do personally think that Charlie Wen might actually bring back and maybe even improve the Fortnite storyline. But he could also maybe reboot the Fortnite storyline. But if he doesn't reboot the Fortnite storyline, I want him to please bring back Midas. Like, it's been so long. They've been teasing him for, like, as long as we know. Like they tease him literally every single season. They teased him back in Chapter 3, Season 4. Guess what? He didn't come back. And now they're teasing him in Chapter 4, Season 4, and he's still not back. They literally teased him with a hand. So, a lot of people's theories is that Kato Thorn chopped off Midas' hand. If that is the case, I really hope he comes back this season. If he doesn't come back this season, then I have lost all hope for Midas' return. Okay, now let's talk about if the storyline this season at the current moment is actually good or bad. Okay, so the storyline this season just basically revolves around Eclipse and a time machine. That's right, they finally introduced time travel to Fortnite. They could take this in so many ways. We know that next season is in fact 1 month long, so I have a theory. We could use, us the players, there could be a live event this season, and us the players could use this time machine to temporarily travel back in time to a different map. Like maybe in the event we could time travel back to Chapter 1, 2, and 3, and then Season 5 is basically just us using the time machine to just travel to all these different maps. Maybe in Season 5, we could choose what map we want to play, and maybe even what season we want to play. And that would only be temporarily, because Season 5 is 1 month long, and Season 5 could just be that. And then after Season 5, we use the time machine to find our new home, and that would just be Chapter 5. Or they could just make it where we use the time machine to travel back in time to either Chapter 1 or way before Chapter 1, and that would just basically be Chapter 5. And although that might be the most likely option, the reason I believe my first theory more than this theory is that Donald Mustard is actually retiring. So maybe Donald Mustard talked to Epic Games, maybe Epic Games let Donald Mustard make Season 5, and maybe Season 5 is just going to be us playing all the different chapter maps. Like, we could play Chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. We could just choose whatever season we want to play. And maybe Donald Mustard said, you know what? Since I'm retiring, I'm going to just let the players choose whatever chapter they want to play for 1 month. And that would be Season 5. And that would be Donald Mustard basically giving us a gift. You know, it's like a gift. Since he's retiring, he's like, you know what? I'm going to just let the players play whatever chapter they want, whatever season they want, And players that didn't get to experience Chapter 1, they could experience it in Season 5 for 1 month only. Boy, if that is the case, we're in for a ride. If that is indeed the case, Season 5 could be the best season of all time in Fortnite's history. Another reason why I believe this could be the case is that they introduced time travel. Why else would they introduce time travel if they wouldn't let us experience the old chapters one last time? Like if they weren't gonna do that, what's the point in time traveling? Maybe they introduced maybe they introduced the time machine because next season we're gonna be able to play on whatever chapter we want, whatever season we want. Like that's the most logical thing. Like why else would they introduce time travel if they wouldn't let us at least either play chapter 1 again or let us play whatever chapter and season we want? Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe and like for more videos like this. I really like this season. I hope you guys enjoyed this season as much as I do as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.